So this is the part of the show where we will do a breakdown of X-Men 97, Episode 7, Bright Eyes.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's talk.
The grief counseling session has started.
Man.
No, this session is called Rogue Did Nothing Wrong.
Not
confused. Let's talk about it.
Right. Listen.
Let's talk about it. Number one, Nightcrawler giving the eulogy.
Look,
Chef's kiss.
Not
Chef's
5
kiss.
a.m. tears falling out my face for no reason. Why?
Right? Yo.
Why?
I was on that edge the whole
and
episode.
And I'm going to say this even further. We're 7 episodes in. The writing on this show has been nothing short of immaculate.
Uh-huh.
Bose pen is disgusting. Like, what you...
Because once again, it makes you ask, what happened?
But either make whatever he did go the fuck away or fix it. Like, I don't know what y'all need to do, but fix it.
Because, my God, it has no business being...
How high up the chain did you decide to mess with somebody that you, sir? This writing was immaculate. You had Nightcrawler preaching.
Literally.
That's right. Like when we get the second season, and if he's not writing on the second season, and it's not going to be received,
No, he's done. He's done. He got up to 3.
Yeah,
he got up to 3.
Borrow a Disney Vault and lock the scripts
Disney
in.
really feels that the fact that they need to get him back.
And he's slowly, people are responding on Twitter, Black Twitter.
Yeah.
Black Twitter. No. They're responding on Black Twitter. He's responding on Black Twitter cordially. People are like, this is good. Like, they're going through the motions. They're talking about everything that's happening and the layouts and the words that's being spoken, the art, the direction, and the direction of the writing. And he's responding in kind. He's like, that's what I was going for. That's what I was. I'm like, dude, you succeeded. What the fuck? And I'm like, I'm watching an episode 3-4 times over in a day because I'm like, this is just has no business being as good as it is, but it is. And even with the last time on X-Men, it's giving very much Young and the Restless. I'm like, damn, it's a whole ass drama out this piece. I love it.
Anytime you can watch an episode of something like X-Men 97 and you get something new and something different, and you add that puzzle piece to the previous picture, when I tell you the end of that episode made me scream and run through my apartment, because as soon as I saw who it was, I lost my shit. I totally lost my. I said I need Chris's fucking number, because I would have called. I would have called Kira to be like, oh, I'd be like, bitch, yo.
I am so.
Kira was private messaging me like, who? And I'm like,
who is what? Why is this him? And how come he's there? Man. I don't understand. Why this ain't the big bad that I was taught to be big bad and about. Who is man?
I know nothing about this person.
The storyline Zero Tolerance was amazing.
Yeah. So for those who don't know, OZT, there's several issues. As a matter of fact, the character everybody's speaking about is Bastion. Bastion actually was introduced like I should be doing my daggone Into the Hyperdrive speech, but I'll give a piece up in here. Bastion was actually introduced like in 1963. I want to say.
This dude, who did?
Yeah, but for those who weren't around, such as myself, hey, I wasn't even a thought. I didn't get into X-Men until like in the 90s. So
that was a concept,
which is when he showed up again, and I'm like, who is this dude, and why is he moving in the shadows? And for those who don't know, spoiler alert, he's actually a combination of Nimrod. And Master Mold.
Yeah, Master Mold. Yeah.
That is why. Sorry. In the intro, he's been showing us little Nimrod in a huge Master Mold in the opening, and I saw it, and I was like,
why did we get the motherfucker back? Like, why he here? He gone. What we got to worry about?
Because when Rogue time travel.
when she took the general's memory, was that a Nimrod flash that we saw? Because you see the shape real quick. So I'm like, I that looked familiar. And
by the way, Rogue We're not mad at you, sweetie.
No, bitch, you should have done more. You should have went farther and faster.
That's facts.
As a matter of fact, the X-Men were X-Menning because when she did it, Morph was like, "Is this who we are now?" Nightcrawler was a little shocked because what his sister did. Wolverine said what everybody else was thinking.
Exactly. Did this a long time ago.
Well, between the telepath, the teleporter, and the morph that didn't even try to catch him, yes.
They were just like, damn, I mean, I hate the guy. I didn't know this is what we doing. Wolverine was like, I've been wanting to do this for the longest time. I just was holding back.
Y'all had time to wake up out of a coma and catch a whole building right after. So, I mean, somebody could have swan dove after him. Like,
I know. And it's funny you said it because I thought that they weren't going to commit to it. I was like, I hope nobody catches him. I hope nobody catches him. I was shocked and said, "Oh, somebody caught him." He was over there. I was like,
did anyone laugh when you hear him crash? You hear the lady go, "Ah!" Did anyone else laugh?
I'm gonna tell you, I didn't so much laugh. I said, well, they're in Madripoor, so this is an everyday occurrence.
My whole thing was just him getting on the roof. My whole thing was him on the roof. I'm like, this is like Futurama. I'm gonna jump.
No! Do a flip.
So seeing Rogue come through there, like she's not at the funeral for Gambit. And seeing her come through, and I love the callback because they show his brother, they show Belladonna, I'm like, oh, great callback.
I had a problem with.
Huh?
You had a problem?
Yeah, Belladonna being there, like, why?
Yeah.
You try to who are you? Why are you here?
You're not married, boo.
He's like, you're not even married to him. Why are you here?
She still loved him.
You're barely a friend. Why are you here?
She still loved him.
Are we talking about Remy and all his? Are we talking about Remy and all his Boomhauer brothers that came to?
Yes.
Yeah.
His Boomhauer brothers.
I promise when I've watched.
Please keep that when you make the edit.
I'm like, this is giving between Cajun and King of the Hill, but I sadly can understand everything with my country ass.
So y'all ain't been to the funerals where Granddaddy's surprise second family show up?
Wow. I didn't know they were dead.
Here's an answer for you, man. Yes.
And then Nightcrawler friend. Then Nightcrawler kind of hitting the Full Metal Alchemist with the Terrible Day for Rain teardrop coming out the sky.
Yeah.
And then it's just like, where's Rogue? Living up to her name.
Yeah, I'm glad they gave Beast his umbrella because I'm like, yeah, nobody wants to smell wet fur. It's enough going on. I was like, they have you walking around.
Got his black wake-up call.
The scene for me was when Rogue talked to Captain America, and that whole dichotomy right there was like, my hands are tied. Well, if your hands are tied, you don't need this.
He's the captain, we know, but he's not there just yet.
I'm sorry.
Where he breaks rank.
It's like I told Kira, that's the captain that signed the Sokovia Accords. That is not my captain.
That's what everybody was saying. They're like, wow, after all this time on ice, Cap is still Mr. America. I'm like, well, you kind of just asked Mr. America to go help you like punch Mexicans unannounced. That's kind of
yeah.
What the hell?
Like, why is that not the part that he said out loud? If he just said that, you could have kept your shield. Now you got to go on the mountain.
If you listen to when they're talking, you can tell he's taking orders. He's taking orders, but you can also tell there's something else going. Like he
doesn't want.
He ain't there yet. Yeah. He ain't there where he's just like, you know what? No,
he didn't want to.
Yeah.
I was waiting for a quiet part out loud, like, hey, I'm Captain America. I can't go punching foreign people in this costume, or I can't go, but nothing's stopping you. Instead, now look at you. Your shield's off in the goddamn mountain.
That shield is gone.
That was a level of petty I wasn't expecting.
Nah, listen. Y'all wanted to see.
It was welcome though. You might not be expecting it, but you was welcoming.
He didn't seem too upset. He was just like, damn.
That's that Southern petty. That's what that was. That was Southern petty.
I know he had to hit that sad, slow jog right after she
not the Incredible Hulk ending music with the piano playing.
That's what I was thinking.
No, that's what I needed. Y'all wanted to see in Endgame when he had to return the stones. Nah, I wanted to see his ass walk through the snow and go get that shield. I want to see him pick him up off the mountain.
That could have been the end credit scene to him just digging like, God damn. She said his shield went off flying faster than Team Rocket in a Pokemon episode. Like
so Quentin,
he even had the ding too. It's like ding.
So Quentin, I got a question. What did you think seeing Rogue going damn near supersonic? Number one, and facing off with General Thunderbolt Ross. Why he's
so
with his high and mighty ass. Like you forget we're in a place that the Hulk can't break into. This ain't the Hulk, baby.
No, she fights him for breakfast, and she's pissed. Good luck. Good luck.
I mean, you know, when I watched the episode, I just kept thinking about that Dr. King quote that Beast said, "Violence is the language of the unheard," and I feel like they were connecting that to Rogue's rampage for her, wanting to get revenge for Remy's death and for Eric's death. I call Magneto Eric. I'm my first ex, so but
we all call him Eric. You good? We all call him Eric.
But yeah, man, I thought it was also authentic though, because oppressed people in anywhere aren't going to just be passive and peaceful.
This is true.
So,
True.
I think, but I didn't see her. I didn't like when she dropped him. I was like, what the fuck? Like I was like, yo, I did not think they were gonna go there. I was like, oh,
that's the Rogue that was with Eric before she came to the X-Men. It was that Rogue. I'm like,
that was Mystique is your mama Rogue.
Yeah.
But I think X-Men 97 just been so crazy. But I want to see more of that. But also, I think the writers are realizing that we're all kids who were watching it, in the 90s as, kids or whatever. So it's like, the fan base is probably going to be majority of us. So they're making it, I guess, more mature. So
those military depends didn't hold up very well for the general.
Look, one of those soldiers was like, yo, you hear that? It's time to go.
Right. But they're also with Captain America. They're probably also gearing up for like an Avengers versus X-Men like later down the line. I do think Onslaught is probably going to come first. But I think maybe the finale would probably be like Avengers versus X-Men, something crazy like that.
The buildup that they're having, especially that talk between the president and Scott. And I'm like, and Scott is like, yo, we just need to they need hope. And when the president says, he starts playing that political role, I'm like,
nah, my guy, I got to get reelected. I'm sorry, I can't help you. Like, the fuck? Really?
I'm playing the political role, so we don't have someone less sympathetic in this place. I'm sitting there going, you ain't too close, too far from that point anyway right now.
He was just like, yeah, we're on our own.
They just got invited to the United Nations, and now that there's no longer a nation, it's just young.
Yeah,
pretty much.
And it's crazy.
Imagine being the radar operator who's got to look at that visual screen and see Rogue taking one tank and beating down another tank. Right. So they're going, I'm not gonna make retirement, am I?
That's when you clock out like it's lunch break and just, you know what?
That's where you get that Piccolo action. You be like, same way. I'll show you what to do. Hit this button. I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. I'll be back.
I'm gonna holler at Kami, y'all. I'll see you.
And then confirming all the bodies because apparently Leech and Castillo are gone.
Yeah. You're right. Somebody tell Trish Tilby how to read them, because at first she was right there. She was right there on the line, and then she said something, and Beast is like, you know what?
I ain't fucking with you no more, huh?
Fuck you. Beast was pretty much like, fuck you and your tolerance. I'm out.
I feel like the cameraman walked away when she said no. He walked away. He was like, yeah, you're gonna fuck this up, and he put the camera down.
Like he walked her, he walked her in. They were arm in arm. I'm like, okay, they getting somewhere. And then they're having that discussion, and I'm like, don't read the room,
now,
woman.
Remember when she said walk with me? He said please. I actually took his tone to be different, more sarcastic. Than
because he didn't forget. He didn't forget.
No,
when he was like just like when y'all were at the mansion and when my people were dying.
Yep.
Oh, he had a Cat Williams moment.
Yeah.
The truth
he was like, maybe you was in reporter mode, but and really up to that point when they walked up to the tents. What you got to go? He's still in the class.
But still, it's like, so how do you feel about mutant?
The thing with Trish, is that she got too comfortable. She felt because she was at the mansion when the genocide went down. She got Beast to blush and look, wow. So instead of trying to be sympathetic, she's just one of those people, like, but what about me in a weird roundabout sort of way?
She couldn't shut it off.
She just couldn't shut it off. She just needed to be like, I understand, and shut up. But she said the quiet part out loud. So now
the reporter part of her took over.
Who could have been on your side, he's no longer on your side.
You all fucked it up. You fucked it all up.
Yes, Kira.
Yo, fuck that hoe on everything that she fucking stand on. Because ain't nobody told her to act that fucking way. She knew what the fuck was going on right then and there. But number one. Number two, Beast bitch ass shouldn't have been giving her the fucking permission to act that way in the first goddamn place. He's the one that's doing all this respectability politics bullshit. He wasn't supposed to be giving her them green lights in the first goddamn place. So Beast, go with your hoe. That's all I got to say on that.
See, even in the live action movies that in the Fox versions, he was the kind of like that liaison, because if the Scott that we been getting was that same Scott we should have been getting in the movies, maybe that's because we seen what he did. He was like, you know what? I don't have time for you. You done broke HIPAA laws. You told about my wife and admitted my kid's name out on public. We got problems.
Yo, I ain't never screamed at a TV so loud in my life when she said that. I was like, bitch, are you serious right now?
Right.
I still hear her when she says, "Why lie, Scott?" And I want to slap her so hard. It's just the tone is fucking is so deprecating. I hate her. I don't like her. Anyway,
thank you, Nicole.
I would have told the truth.
Thank you, Nicole. Who sent you?
Travis full night. But it's one of those situations where you're just like,
not the draft day. Focus.
Yeah, it is.
Listen, I've only checked it once, and I want applause later. But continue.
I only care about X-Men.
But it was one of them things where you watching this whole thing, and when they pick up, at least when Jean picks up on the telepath, and it's Emma,
baby, Diamond Girl.
He said he wanted to find one more person.
Right. He said it. We're gonna find one more person. It was gonna be Emma.
Yeah.
It's the one person who has all your gossip. It's like, I found a body. Wait, no, I didn't.
And the fact that it's crazy because this traumatic event actually brought Scott and Jean closer. Like this whole episode, they're actually coming closer.
You can tell Scott was breaking.
He was breaking just a little bit. Not
that much. That's like putting a little extra cream in your coffee. It's all right. I mean, whatever.
They still got a long way to go.
He's like, I apologize for how things went. I'm like, dude, it's not your fault. Right? You didn't know.
Kara.
Hold on.
Kara.
No, that's my name. And of it. What of it?
Oh my Lord, girl, let that pop bubble. Good grief.
Look, I'm not sleeping on no couch in no mansion. There's too many damn rooms in the house. I'll tell you
that. That was his choice. That was his choice. Number one,
I'm not sleeping on nobody's couch unless I'm watching.
Nobody said that he had to sleep on the goddamn couch. He could have slept in his bed. She's brand new. He made himself feel that goddamn way. Number one. Well, on the outside of the fact that she was a clone. Yeah, I get it. Everybody got lied to. That's horrible. Blah blah blah. But nigga, you for real? You trying to tell me right now you couldn't at least say, "Listen, look, have the conversation. I don't know you. Please don't take this personally. But I was fucking you when I thought I was fucking you. So I need you to
let me. It's easy on the outside to have that conversation, but like you actually part of that. That shit is difficult.
He don't know when it happened.
Like, what the hell?
No,
he don't know when it happened.
You'd be surprised what I have seen in my life, my dear. That's why I
can see it from Jean's side because like what happened, and she listed all these things. That time I sacrificed myself to the sun in the Phoenix, and he's like, Yeah, you always came back. You know, it was almost like, yeah, you always came back. Shit.
Not mental Zoom sessions.
Right. So
I'm just saying, if I had to deal with 2 Michael B. Jordans and one of them was
oh, you're not complaining.
I'm not complaining, but I am going to say, listen, look, I don't want to piss you off or you off, but we need to have a conversation. We need to work this out somehow.
Either way, I shall have Michael.
Apparently, mass death has a psychic smell to it, according to Gene.
Right. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And in fact, the fact that Scott can't exactly say, well,
mayhem.
I might need you to wear this little black number. It'll work for everybody. I'm just saying.
Really will.
They are doing such an amazing job with this. The fact that conversations like this, where they have written so much emotion in this that you feel everything from the intro all the way to the credits. You feel everything, whether it's anger, frustration, sadness, joy. You feel that. You become part of these episodes. That is homage to the writing and the creation of this. They took their time with this. I'm so fucking glad they did. It's like literally waking up on Saturday morning again and saying, my show is on. Fuck the world. My show is coming.
I'm calling out on the finale. I'm not coming into work. I already planned that.
Don't let me hold it.
Nobody.
Ain't no work getting done.
The consistency on the power scaling too, because Charles felt it as it was happening. She's still feeling spirits like last moments, and they've been gone for like what, a week?
Yeah. So if he's feeling it, she's definitely, because she's stronger than he is. She's definitely, and she's right there on site. She's like, yo, whoa, this is heavy. I was still waiting on a moment, like when they went to go see not Trask, when they went to go see
Garrett.
Garrett. No, when they went to go see Trask over in Madripoor. I was waiting on one of these moves. Put it to Tony with a ponytail. It's time to go to work. I was waiting on it. I'm like, put it, just because that means you about to do business. You about to do business. So I don't know. This is so crazy. Watching all of this unfold, that I'm waiting on Storm to do one or two things. She either kicking in that door saying, what the hell did y'all do to this house? I have been gone 2 weeks, maybe 3, maybe a month. And y'all, the minute I leave, it's the mama speech.
I come back trying to get my shit, and I get my shit and come back, and what the hell?
It's the mama speech.
To put the chicken out.
The first thing she's gonna do is come back and be like, Gene, where's the baby? followed by a beast. I told you about bringing that white girl around here.
You don't have time for reunion, Dad.
Imagine her and Charles just pull up at the same time, and it's just a big clusterfuck.
Oh, they're absolutely
like he gets there before she does. Now everybody's in there arguing.
Right. Not if they all get there at the same time. Like, where have you been? I thought you was dead. Where's your child? What do you mean? I don't know you.
Where's Remy?
Where's Remy?
Why is Hank mad? What the hell?
Somebody just turned, nigga.
Or he like he walks in at the last, like, hold on, what the fuck? What are you doing here? Like,
Charles walks in.
See, that's when you hear the one. As soon as you hear the sound bite, bruh, that's where it's going.
It'll be Deathbird walking him in like, we're gonna need that suit back, right?
No, she's gonna be walking in there. We need that suit back, and looking at her sister like, see, what did I tell you? Ghetto. I'm gonna go.
You want to love a man. You want to love this man. This little Milky Way ass ghetto.
Wait, she's gonna walk down the gangplank saying the ghetto.
Right before she leaves, Bishop goes to a portal. She locks eyes, and she's gonna spin.
What are your thoughts on this? We don't blame Rogue episode. We never blamed her for this. We don't blame none of them for doing it. Even Logan said it.
Nope. Should have did it earlier.
Man, I mean, I think overall, this has probably been one of my favorite episodes, if not the best one. Actually, no, I think the episode where Gambit died, the one before, I think that was probably my favorite one.
That was intense.
Hey, what's wrong with y'all?
Yeah.
Shit hurt.
Don't do that. Episode 5 is legendary now.
Yeah,
they gotta get
episode 5 is legendary.
Yeah.
They need a nomination for 5 when award season comes or it's a snub.
Oh, I wouldn't. It's already on several sites that like from the time that this show debuted, they've been at a solid 8, 9.
Uh-huh.
Like they haven't dropped. Like I don't even think it's dropped past 8.5. Like just
what was it? Golden Globe does animation or something like that? Do they do?
Yeah, they do.
Golden
They
Globe
do.
does animation.
Yeah. Shit.
They got a strong lead. I'm telling you right now. They got a strong lead. Like, yo, the writing alone. We're like, we may not get animation, but the writing.
I feel like they should get a daytime Emmy too at some point.
They earned this. Oh Lord. So yeah. So they said who they
That's a genuine question I've had. Like, if his child, so if they win, does he get to accept it at least?
Yes.
Look, he probably walked there up the stage with that look like,
hey, listen.
You're not
kicking me off that stage.
I would love it.
You know that look you give when you can't say I told you so, but you give him that look like I told you so.
Not the Prince look when he just comes up there and says nothing, and then just sit there and says yesterday's price is not today's price.
Even if he says nothing, you gotta like punt a Mickey Mouse pillow or something. Send a message.
Oh gosh.
Public domain now. He's allowed.
Just let you know, Mr. Irvin, my number ain't changed.
Motherfucking self.
Oh my God.
Can somebody explain the ending? So who's lying to who? Because I still.
So
one, I noticed, man, and apparently we're supposed to be playing Where's Waldo for every episode now except 3. Because
you should be playing Where's Waldo in 1, but I digress.
Yeah. So Bastion. So let's get back to Bastion. Bastion is like I said, he's a combination of Nimrod and Master Mode. Very complicated if you go by the comic book way of things. It's a very deep and rich, complicated history about him. But he's one of Bastion to the X-Men is like Ultron to the Avengers. He's always gonna show up.
You mean Sebastian Gilberti?
Yes.
Because
that was the adopted name he was given because he has no memory of at the time because he passes through something called the Siege Perilous. Has no memory of which is where he was merged.
It's called the Siege Perilous.
Yeah, it's called the Siege Perilous.
Here we got so much to teach you.
The deep dive on that will drive
new and old school merging. So this is all new to me. It was just the reveal of who's alive. Plus, by the way, I somehow have like Shi'ar Tubi on this ghetto ass TV in this.
Oh yeah, he's been moving.
He's like, oh, they have a secret. I'm like, is it a secret? Because I don't think they knew this whole time. So
this whole thing is like what Pinhead said. We have such sights to show you.
I'm trying to figure out who knew Charles is alive. If that's what we're implying,
the X-Men did because they've never said that he's dead. They said,
"Thank you."
This is why they were so surprised when Magneto showed up with that last will and testament. They were like, "What the?
Oh my God! There's no reason for the whip. Oh, shit, we can't eat out this shit. We can't say he's alive. So I guess
we can't even defeat. We can't even fight this right here.
Adam/Jean should have at least known. That's the bare minimum of who should have known.
Well, good old Chuck. He has a way of putting up mental blocks. He's just like that. He's just funny that way. Sometimes you say fuck Chuck. Sometimes Chuck is all right. And a lot of times though.
Not with that red triangle.
No.
Not with the red triangle.
Ooh. That's a whole that's a whole thing. But yeah, it is a combination. He passes through the Siege Perilous, comes out, has no memory of what he is or even who he is, and he's adopted by a woman and named Sebastian Gilberti. And
Miss Rose Gilberti.
And Rose.
It's
and he slowly over time he moves in the shadows. He can't seem to fight his nature, which is probably the best way to put it. He can't fight his nature or what he is, and he moves in the shadows. And in the comic book version, he murders a Daily Bugle employee who has gotten too close. And J. Jonah Jameson, who's working on his own case, dealing with the mutants, is kind of coming up on the same thing, and he burns the evidence, and he says, "I will have your ass for killing my employee because I know you're behind it," but he can't prove it. So he moves in a certain. He's a chess piece for real. Like he moves in play. So this whole thing with the executioner and all this other stuff, they were trying to figure out who provided all this stuff. Yeah, it was his ass.
It is a one-man shadow cabinet, literally.
I know, Whoopty, you found him first. But
I found him.
Go ahead.
In episode 5, where they're having their little, I'm gonna call it a Hellfire Gala.
That's pretty much what it was. That's pretty much what it was.
I can't remember who was coming down the stairs, and the perspective is from like a balcony on top.
Yeah, when they're on top of the chandeliers.
In
It
front
was
of
like
the
that was coming downstairs. Yep.
And I think I found him in episode 1. They're in the warehouse. It's that first battle scene, and it's in between Cyclops blowing up something and rescuing Roberto, and you only see his glasses, and they're really wavy. It's like a frame or two, and then it's over and it's gone.
That's one.
He's actually in a picture with Forge in his house.
Yeah,
but you don't see
there's two.
You see there's
Actually,
two people, but then you don't see him. It's almost, but he's there.
So in episode,
in the background.
Look at the rewatchability factor of this show.
That part.
In episode 1, there's actually 3 showings of Bastion. Kira got 2, but the one everybody will keep missing because it's in the intro.
Right, the ones in the intro.
The one
I think people aren't really. We said it. We said it back after episode 5. We said it. Pay attention to the intros. They keep inputting things, changing things. Pay attention. This stuff isn't there off nostalgia. There's something going on, and if it hasn't touched, let me see. We got 3 more episodes,
and it's a 3-parter.
Now, here's the funny thing. Because of this, the reveal of Bastion, now people are going to go back to episode 1 and rewatch every single thing. They are now going to become critical of what they see. These are going to be Starbucks conversations from now on.
Yep.
Also, apparently we need to watch One Man's
Give
Work.
me a latte in episode 2, please.
So somebody on Black Twitter said, "My wife skipped the intro on X-Men. Find me the nearest divorce lawyer because this ain't." When he said it, I'm like, "She did what?" But yeah, this is already. This show has I've told you, I've watched a couple episodes more than once, just to, like, there's stuff to take in. And yes, they are taking certain storylines, condensing them. They are kind of removing certain things because, like I said, when it comes to Bastion's background, it's so like it starts getting to the Phalanx stuff, Warlock. Like this dude just keeps popping up.
Yep,
he keeps popping up. You know, we talking about Centenites and everything else. So they could be combining certain things, leaving certain things out to avoid so much condense stuff. We in for a ride. We got 3 episodes. It's a lot. It's a lot. Because like I said, it's a lot. When you said
Lady was skipping the intros. I can't hold it in. She was skipping the intros.
Oh
no! Not now.
Hold on. I got a question. Was Jay trying to stop you?
No, it's when I would watch it on my own, and then y'all started like.
So she knew not to do it with Jay Rob. That's why.
No. Around episode 2, y'all started saying like, "Yo, don't skip the intro." So I didn't, but like, I would only watch it maybe about once or twice a season for anything I watch. Fuck you. Okay, he's married to me.
Damn, Bama. That's what counseling is for, bro. That's what counseling is for.
Damn, Carol. If you want it in the chat, I'm gonna put it in the chat.
I know. That's why I blasted you out here. We ain't gonna have this in this house. No.
Ooh, boy.
I'm all for this. I am all for this show right here because Jesus Christ, I can't stop quoting the writing.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you?
Writing is insane. And I'm like, once again, what did this dude do?
This is Doctor Who level writing because you still come back and find out something new that you didn't see before, or you hear something and like, wait, episode 2, shit, they did reference this. Oh, they did show this. Oh, they did say.
I just hope that these other people that have their hands on these properties that we've grown up with and love are paying attention to the fact that good writing will not only keep the people that have always known the property and that love it already engaged, but it will bring new people in. Other people will want to see what we're talking about, and if the writing is good, they will stay too. You will just double your audience. Yeah. So can they please pay attention to what's going on here?
If somebody was just it was like great writing. They're pulling somebody in the office right now, like, tell me what exactly happened. Well, it really wasn't that bad. He ate my tuna sandwich and I didn't know, and I just had a flip out or something. Whatever. And I thought it was him, and he was saying it wasn't him, and it was...
Oh, that's gonna make him snap. So we
it better be something good. It better damn well be something. It
got to be the spiciest. Of 2024 of stuff coming out. It better be the spiciest.
It better be a story in the next episode of fucking X-Men. That's how. Shit.
I want to do something different, and then be like, okay, he could come back.
Yeah,
it's like wait. He only read up to episode 3. We gonna have to pay him. We just got to pay him.
Yeah.
So
we also think he would come back actually.
Oh, the money's high enough. If the apology is as loud as the insult, he'll come back.
Oh yeah.
If Feige talks to him.
Put your fist up in the air. Yeah, in the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane. Flying high, I emerge through the flames. Have no fear, I'm here, so stand back. Melanin activate, the name is super black. In the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane. Flying high, I emerge through the flames. Have no fear, I'm here, so stand back. Melanin activate, the name is super black.